Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to the channel. I'm excited to do my unboxing and a little bit of brief overview of the FJ400II made by FJ Westcott. All right, in front of me I have my box. I already sliced it open, so we don't have to go through that, but I do have this knife that I got from Harbor Freight. I like Harbor Freight. They always throw in freebies. So without further ado, let's get into it. So I actually ordered two because I needed more than one. So get this out the way. I love the way that my FJ400 originally worked. I got introduced to the FJ400, the whole Westcott system, while I was on Creator Series, and I was sitting down with Sal and he was like, what kind of equipment are you using? I was like, I use alien bees, man. Like, he was like, dude, you got to get out the Stone Age. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, you need some lights that you can take on location without dragging extension cords and generators and all that stuff. And I was like, all right, man, I'll try it out. So after the show, I was able to get a set of these, and I've been rolling with FJ Westcott ever since. We still pull out the alien bees every once in a while, like if we have to have a third bay or we just have multiple jobs and we don't have enough lights to run all the jobs that we have. Those alien bees are still good. So we still do use them in moderation, but 90% of the time, 95% of the time, we're rolling with the FJ system because it's just so intuitive to our needs. And I'm sure Alien Bee has came out with a lot of new stuff since I got started 15 years ago. My first light was a white lightning, and but at the time when I was purchasing lights, it was like I just need to go with the one, the only FJ Westcott. So no regrets on that. Still love Alien Bee. I still got love for them, but Westcott seems to be a better solution for my studio. Okay, so when you get your box in the mail, this is what you're gonna see. Obviously there's some stuff in it. There's the strobe, there's the dome, there's your battery, your charger, you got your reflector, you'll have a couple of color corrective gels in here. It's gonna have the little cable so you can plug it up and do your your firmware update. It's just commonplace, common practice that once you buy things, they're gonna need a firmware update. It's just the way it is. And then they have a travel case and a switch insert, which I'm not quite sure what the switch insert is. It might be just like a cap or something to hold over it. We'll figure out what it is when I open it up. This is not my first experience with the FJ400II. We actually rented that light. We rented a couple of them actually, and we actually shot several shoots with it over a couple weeks. I think we shot like 12 to 15 shots. Elaine, do you remember how many photo shoots we did with it? 15. Elaine said we did 15, so we did 15 shoots with it. All I remember is them saying, hey, when are you gonna send our lights back? And I was like, hey, just bill my card. I need to keep them longer. And the people at Lens Rentals are always flexible as long as you pay them. So we end up keeping them a little bit longer, but 15 shoots in a week and a half is probably more than anybody should be shooting, but it's that time of year, right? We got prom going, we got seniors going, we got baseball, we got softball, we got spring pictures for school. So it's just that time of year to where you're needing to have extra equipment. And I don't take it lightly. We're truly blessed to have this much business coming through our studio. And I'm like I said, I'm grateful that we have this problem. So as you flip it over to the side, just some more details. It kind of talks about how many watt seconds it is, there's 550 flashes, full power flashes per charge. So that's pretty impressive. So if you're shooting half power, you should be able to get over 1,000. Shooting at a quarter power, probably closer to 2,000, somewhere like that. I'm sorry, my math ain't mathing right now. High speed sync up to 8,000. 31 different channels, 16 groups, 2.4 gigahertz. It's a lithium ion battery, and it has a freeze mode as well. Okay, rolling over to the back, kind of got the anatomy of the light, all the things that the light can do. Where it's a Bowens mount light. These are some of the things that it's you can work with it. It can be used with your FJ X3M, your FJ80, FJ80SZ, FJ, and the battery. There's a Pro battery. You can get the Pro battery if you need it. We didn't get the Pro battery. We were just going with this battery first. We'll know later if we need to add an additional battery. You can run this puppy with it plugged up and AC just like your old 400. So if you want to have it plugged up in the wall while you shoot and shoot all day, you can do that. That's an option. Then you would have unlimited amount of full power shots. So it's never a bad idea. Just throwing that out there. Okay, there's an app as well that FJ Westcott talks about. You can download an app for your phone if you want to control it with your phone. My iPhone is pretty old, so I don't typically use it for anything other than texting and reading emails and calling people. My camera literally like barely works on my phone, so. And I refuse to buy another one until I have to. Because every year it's the most powerful iPhone we've ever created. I'm not falling for that anymore. Anyway, get off my my high horse on Apple. This side kind of gives you just more details about the light. Just kind of the main stuff that we talked about all around the box. So that's the whole view around the box. The top is the top. You got your little white handle to hold it if you need to pick it up. Sturdy handle. Okay, let's get inside of here. The bottom is the bottom. That's how you scan. Okay, once you open up your light. Ooh. Okay, this is actually my second take, so now I'm getting to the part that I've never seen before. So I'm getting excited now. First time, I don't know, the camera battery died or something and we had to start over. Okay, cool. Note to self, always charge your camera battery before you start filming. All right, we'll move this out the way. It also probably didn't help that we have a top-down camera. We have this camera here. We have another camera shooting like a wider angle, and then we have Elijah chilling in the back doing some B-roll on the Ronin. So that's why you're seeing all kind of different angles. Okay, and I'll be wearing this shirt in a lot of videos. Okay, once you unzip your bag, they got this little plastic here to kind of protect the Westcott logo. I'll just pull that off, get it out the way. And then once you open this up, you kind of see what you got here. You got a strap. This strap is to kind of put on your bag. If you're gonna carry your bag, you can clip it like this on both sides, and then you can hold it kind of like a shoulder bag. I'm not gonna leave this on right now because I know who I am. I'll probably yank it or do something and my light fall, and I'll just be on camera crying that I just broke my light I bought. Okay, inside some nice bubble wrap. We have our battery. Look at that, fully charged out the bag. That's nice, thank you, Westcott. You didn't have to do that. So I got our battery here. Then we pull this out. We have our AC charger. As you can see, it's got the charger here. And then this is like, I call this the pigtail, but this just plugs in like this. And then this is your AC plug right here. And this is the part that goes in the battery. The battery charger is here, boom. You can see that little green light. If you see this, that means your light's either charged or it's not charging. Once you plug this in, it should be red, and that's how you know it's charging. Right now it's just reading that the light is charged. Okay. I'm guessing this is the switch insert. But I actually don't know what this is for. Oh, I know what this is for. So if you have a softbox that doesn't have a thing on it, you screw it onto like your Manny Ortiz beauty dish or your Octabox. This is the part that goes on the actual modifier. So whenever you put your Octabox or whatever modifier you're using, it can just snap right into your light. That's that. I knew I'd figure out what it was as soon as we opened it. This is not something I deal with. I just put it on the camera once and then it's good. Bye, Elaine.
I'm gonna go out this way so
okay.
I can get in all the camera angles.
Elaine's leaving. She was scheduling social media. Okay, now we're coming to the main unit here. So yeah, as you can see, out of the box, got your little silica pack to make sure no moisture in there. And then it's got this little thing on the front, which you can peel off. That's to protect your light. I always take those off. And then you can see there's some little notches on the battery here. Those notches, you just line up here, and then it just sits on there. It's kind of hard to do at first, but after a while you'll get it. And this has a hinge, so I'll just put that back. This is the USB-C port right here to update your firmware and stuff. I know in the 400 originals, that was back here. So it's kind of cool to see it in a different spot on this one. You can leave your battery on while you do it. I'm not sure if you're supposed to leave your battery on, but you could. Okay, this is your handle to adjust how you want it to mount to your light. So you can have it like this. Other side of the unit, this is your zoom reflector. It's a button latch right here, and you just turn it, comes on, comes off. Super easy. And then the power button, it's here. And this one's touchscreen. The FJ400 originals were not touchscreen, so tap that button and it comes on, and you can see we have light. So when we go to different modes, this one's on channel 25. If I want to change it, I can just tap and I get to channel 20. I want to go to menu 1. This is the main menu where you'll see most of the things that you'll use on the daily. You got your mode, you got your channels, you got your groups, you got your menu. Okay, as you can see on mode, I'm shooting manual mode right now. And then if you come to channel, like we said, it's channel 20. And then groups, you can go A through U. And then for your menu, that's your menu 1, this is your menu 2. So we got sync modes where you want to go high speed sync, which is currently on. You got freeze mode if someone's moving fast. You got front curtain and you got rear curtain. So you got all the different curtains and you got your high speed sync. Most of this stuff, you're gonna just do it on your remote, but you can do it on the unit. Okay, for your modeling lamp, right now this one's currently on auto. So you can turn it off if you want. Now it's off. You can turn it on. You can pick the intensity. Right now it's on 1. If I want it, I can move it all the way over to 9. And you can see how bright the wall is. And if I turn it down to 1, let me try to turn it to 1. You can see what 1 looks like. It's lowering. Okay, that's 1. Okay. Then you can change your color temperature for your light, which is pretty cool. So you can have, let me turn it back on to 9. I'm gonna turn it to 9 so we can see it. And then I'm gonna start with my Kelvin temperature all the way at 6,500. So this is the coolest it can be. Then I'm gonna move it down to a more warm light. And you can actually see that in the video. That's 2,700 to 6,500. So it's got quite the range. I typically leave mine at 5,400, that's daylight balance. So that's that. Menu 3, we got mask mode, which is like if you're doing a shot and you need it'll fire twice, it'll make a silhouette and then it'll make a regular one. That way you can have a mask. You got delay timers, which we'll go into more detail in another video because it's something that we want to start experimenting with. You got a lock, and then we're back to the top menu 1. Up and down controls the power on your light, just like that. You hold your finger on it, I think it goes in. If you tap the blue, the light, it'll move down. I think if you tap this, it goes down and whole stops. So you tap this one, it goes down. About more, you tap both. I think you can hold it, yeah. So you can do 5, 6, 7, or you can do 2, 3, 2, 1, and it'll only change like that. So that's an option if you want to do it. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I don't ever touch the light actually. I usually just put it on the stand and use my FJ3M for everything. Yeah, this is pretty much the FJ400 at a glance. Super excited to get my units out in the field and using them. I use lens rentals quite a bit. So I appreciate them for letting me get almost 2 weeks of usage out of them. So it helped us learn a lot about the units before we actually went through and purchased them. And now that I think about it, I don't want to say I wasted money by renting them, because I didn't know if I would like them, or I didn't know if they would make a huge difference between the ones I had and these. And I noticed that the connection is a little bit more stabler with this one than my older ones. So that's why we ended up going with these. And the price was so close. It's like, you might as well get the newer version. I mean, you're talking $100 just to have the most recent stuff that's gonna happen. So without further ado, this is the FJ400 version 2 unboxing and a brief overview of all the settings. If you got questions, throw them in the chat. Not the chat, throw them in the comments. And if you need a Westcott light, you can buy it from our link, which we put in here, and that actually supports the channel. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. I cannot wait to see you guys on the next one. If you got the FJ400IIs, tell me some stuff about what you love about them, also in the comments, and we'll go from there. So this is not goodbye, this is just see you later. Peace. What's up, guys? Thank you so much for tuning into that last video, and we want to thank you guys for all the support you've been giving to the channel lately. It seems like every day there's new subscribers, which is super fun, and just making this content for you guys as it goes. Please continue to comment, continue to like, continue to share. I love interacting with you guys in the comments, and the more you comment, the more I respond. So can't wait to see you guys on the next one, and thanks so much for being here.